just so I can feel the breeze. Can I live? Cop me a crib, something with a lake view but not too big. Can I breathe? A drop is what I need. Look, hey yo, headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans, it look like that bitch be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes, fuck I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans, it look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes, I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no motherfucking fashion show. What's up, y'all? My bad. Happy weekend. I saw my mic was muted there, but welcome. Happy Saturday to y'all. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Good. What's going on?
Great. Awesome.
Yes, sir. We bringing the energy today. It's Saturday. I ain't got to rush to be nowhere. We can take our time. I just left the gym, so I'm automatically hyped from that. I purposely didn't get my hair done yet because I was trying to make sure it's fresh before I go to this event on Tuesday, so y'all excuse the look, right? And but we outside today. We do what we want to do, right? So anyway. We're going to get into exactly who we are in a minute. First, I want to see who we got in these comments, y'all. Say your name, where you're from, your company name. Let's get a shout out going real quick. I see Brian Drinks, 2. Shout out to you checking in. Scotty Smith is in here. Scotty's Janitorial Floor Care LLC, Kansas City on the watch. I appreciate you checking in. Miss Tori checking in. Say, hey, Chili Willie, my guy. New 1010 program member. Shout out to you checking in. Thomas Toy. All for you cleaning in Tampa, Florida. Shout out to you. You're not too far from me. I almost came there for tomorrow because Channing Crowder is doing a comedy show in Tampa. I almost came there, but I got too many things going on. But anyway, what's up, y'all? How we feeling today, man? Everything good?
I can't complain.
Rocking and rolling, bro. You know how it go. What's going on, Andrew?
What's going on, guys?
For sure. So this gonna be one of those lives where I get nice and comfortable. I see my DoorDash order for my beer just came in. I got my workout for the day, so I'm free to do what I want. Right? Cheers. I'm about to crack mine open in a minute. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do first for the people who probably got some new people here. So I just want to kind of start off by introducing myself before we jump into this cleaning business automation Q&A. Y'all get your questions ready. It's never too early to start dropping questions. So if you got any type of random questions, we here to help, most importantly. All right. So, but I'm gonna jump in first. And so I am AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network, and I am the Cleaning Business GOAT. And if I didn't know, Sean reminded me this morning, right? So I am him. All right. So I done help people all across the world build successful cleaning companies. I've been doing this since like 2014, y'all. So a little bit about my background. I started with my first cleaning franchise when I was I think it was like 09. I was 19 years old. And yeah, actually that was 08 then if I was 19, but yeah, 08. And I was 19 years old, bought a cleaning franchise with Coverall. I had that Coverall franchise about 3 years. I was a trash owner because I didn't clean. I used to try to skip out to work. I would lie and say I'm going to do stuff that I wasn't going to do, sweeping trash under the rug, not mopping floors, missing trash cans. I mean, you name it, I was doing it. All of the stuff that y'all probably mad at y'all employees and subcontractors about, I was that guy as the owner. So that's very bad. I was very mature. But time passed. I learned my lesson, tried again, bought back in with another cleaning franchise. That was Jan Pro. That was 2014. And by 2015, I was franchise owner of the year, honorable mention. I always like to whip out the hardware just in case somebody think it's cap. Make sure no cap. So well with that cleaning franchise, and they actually offered me a job to come train other cleaning franchises. So they actually moved me down here to Jacksonville, Florida, away from my hometown in Portsmouth, Virginia. So that's where I am now to this day. I moved to Jacksonville, Florida, got out of the cleaning franchise after I started working for them as a franchise consultant, training other franchise owners, because I decided, you know what, I could do this a better way. So I mean, they cool, they got their system, but I think that I can do something that can help people better and keep their independence instead of giving up, so much profit to those franchises. So I decided to start Clean Biz Network back in 2018. And ever since we started Clean Biz Network, it's been up for not just me, but for everybody that's been surrounded with Clean Biz Network. As a network, we continue to grow. I think we might be up to like about 1,500 members now in the whole total network total. So that's a little bit about my background. I'm just here to help y'all, and I'll go ahead and pass it over to my guy. Let's see. We'll start with Sean. I'm gonna save you for last because you're the OG of Clean Biz Network here, right? All right. So Andrew, we'll start with you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Sherman Andrew Lewis. I am the owner and founder of Squeaky Clean Commercial Cleaning here in Columbia, South Carolina. I've been in the cleaning business for going on 4 years now. Hasn't even seemed that long, but we've been grinding, especially getting with CBN and AJ and learning all the stuff that he's kind of given to us and just kind of laid the foundation and the blueprint for what we need to do. We're climbing and climbing and climbing each year. Some years we've doubled what we did in the previous year. So we're multiple six figures, all because of CBN and AJ. And I don't like talking numbers, but we're double six figures. So we're doing well. I can't complain and wouldn't if I could. The amount of stuff that we learned here in CBN and the automations course, which is one of the things we're going to talk about, is absolutely amazing. It has skyrocketed my business, and it's just an absolute blessing to be in a group like this, kind of a network of people that have like-minded goals and visions for us. So if you're not in CBN, definitely get in. If you're not in CBN, at least follow this guy in YouTube, because he just gives you information. He shares all kinds of information that would just take you to the next level. So definitely, if you're not going to tap in, at least peek in every now and again and get all the gems that you can. But for that being said, make sure you get to the automations course live in Portsmouth, Virginia, in August 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're going to say this a lot more during this Q&A, but all right, it's now for you, Sean Richards. Close it out.
Okay. Well, thank you, Andrew. But you forgot one thing. I referred to you as the CTO, Chief Technology Officer, within CBN. You synchronizing this CRM into people's businesses. So respect to you. Well, my name is Sean Richards, out of Delaware. Dover, Delaware. I'm the president of Next Clean Specialty Cleaning Solutions in Dover, Delaware, a specialty cleaning outfit that specializes in the medical and the healthcare industry. I launched this operation in 2018, to be specific. That's when we did sign our agreement. Prior to that, I worked as a warehouse worker for I should say a manufacturing firm in New Jersey, real stable job. And one day the bug hit me where I just decided I was maxed out and bored with this particular position, really stable job. And then I just quit. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm cut and dry with it. I just decided I'm going to leave this job. I left and I went out there trying to sort out myself, figuring out how would I break into a state of independence in the cleaning industry. And I started Ubering in Philadelphia just to get free from the 9-to-5 grind, just to be specific, meeting a ton of people, earning money outside of the job scenario. And they said, you know what? I can actually launch a business and become an executive. So that was always my goal. So found AJ, launched our business, linked up with the Clean Biz Network. The rest is history, right? We just went rocking and rolling from there. I mean, I watched one of AJ's interview one afternoon, and then the next day I was so hyped. I went out there in the field and landed my first contract in the healthcare field. That particular job blossomed into about 11 locations total within that network. And then, we've just been adding value to AJ and his network and receiving value back. So, of course, we've run our operations very healthy, very lean. My wife is a big asset to us in this operation. And yes, we were able to touch at least a little more than $1 million in revenue these past 6.5 years. Straight up hustle, straight up grind, straight up motivation, believing in ourselves. And, that's who I am, Sean Richards. I just bring the energy, I take it, I get it wherever I get it, and I just disperse it out into the atmosphere. Whoever is in need of it can use it to execute on their goals. So it went from zero to hero, Sean Richards.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Hey, you forgot the one thing. Boom.
Boom, right?
Right. All right, y'all. And if y'all in Clean Biz Network, you already know what we're talking about, right? So, all right, man. So we're gonna talk about this cleaning business automation, y'all. And it's quite frankly this. I'm just gonna give y'all an overview. I'm gonna let my guys pick up any holes or any things that I missed. Actually, let me start here. We're actually gonna do a boot camp, right? So if you've been following me long enough, I had the cleaning business automation course. I got rid of it. I kind of took it out because it was just like I didn't have time to keep slowing down and teaching everybody all of the different software automations, because it was like when we originally dropped that course, like I gave the basics out and then we were using Jotform, right? That was before I had a CRM. Now that we have our own CRM here with Clean Biz Network, the possibilities are endless. My guy, Andrew, really took the lead on that, and he's able to help me bring that course back because now he's filled all of the gaps that I was missing. You know what I mean? And so now we want to talk about, okay, bam. So lead generation. That's the first thing. All right. The first thing you're going to need is lead generation, because you want to find a way to have customers coming in nonstop, y'all. So in the Cleaning Biz Automation course, originally, I taught you exactly how my lead generation service works. So for those who might not know, I have a lead generation company, been running it since 2018. We have cold callers that work Monday through Friday, making calls to businesses nonstop. How do we get the businesses? We have a database of every company in the United States. I show you how to access that database, all right, at free of charge. All right. And then I also show you, all right, bam, well, AJ, how you get the cold callers. I show you how to get the cold callers. Yes, they're going to be overseas because it's going to cost a lot less for you to hire overseas, right? So I break down all of these mechanisms of how I run my lead generation service inside this program. Then we move to module 2, where I show you something that I don't think anybody's ever taught on the internet ever. I don't even know if somebody taught it ever in real life, but it's simply the mastery of subcontracting, right? And it's like anybody know, I mean, not anybody, but most people pretty much got a general sense of how a subcontractor, right? But nobody teaches you how to set up a subcontractor certification program. And that was something that I was able to crack myself by watching these big dogs and having the experience that I had. I tried it on my own here in my home office here. And I was just like, you know what? I think I know a way where we can find quality subcontractors who take pride in their work and maximize our profits. So that's the best I can describe that without giving it away. But that's something else that we teach you as well, where you don't have to struggle with, finding different subcontractors. So that's the second part of this program. Then the third and ultimate part that Andrew really helped me with was that automations part, where we bring the software in and attach it to the leads. We attach it to the contractors, and we bring it all into one hub that's automated and via software. So you don't have to keep trying to hire, assistant for this and assistant for that and office manager and all of this. A lot of this stuff can be automated. You know what I mean? And then also, not to mention, the different websites and funnels that you can create. It's just so many different things. I don't want to go too detailed into it, but I just kind of want to give you guys an overview of what exactly is the Cleaning Business Automation program. Now, that was the description of the course. The boot camp comes in, and that's where Sean comes in, is because it takes a certain type of mindset to be a successful entrepreneur, point blank, period. You know what I mean? You can't just come in here, think you're going to watch an AJ Simmons interview, see, somebody made 30 grand. That's why I'm saying, fuck that shit. I'm about to join Clean Business Network. I'm going to make 30,000 a month tomorrow. You have no idea what that person is doing behind the scenes to get to that 30 grand. And that's the mindset stuff that I think that we also have to teach. That's why I wanted to bring Sean in, because he was the life force and the energy. Him and Shada Wade as well, Wade. But those two guys, they were the life force and the energy of Clean Biz Network as we were growing up. And before we even called Clean Biz Network, it was actually originally called the Everybody Eats Mastermind Group. That's where we started at. And then when I realized, let's just niche on this cleaning stuff, because at first I was speaking specifically, generally to all entrepreneurs. But then I realized, let's just stick to what I know for now, because I was still early on as an entrepreneur as well. But Sean is the guy. I'm talking about a guy who started off operating in multiple different states. Starting off, like you said, you were Uber driving. You know what I mean? Working 24 hours straight. Didn't even hire straight up. You straight did it with you, your wife, your kids, and y'all just out there hustling. You know what I mean? You want to, and I was telling y'all, like, hey, I'm crazy. I quit my job without a plan and I did it, but don't do that. And you straight told me, like, no, I want to show you. I mean, I'm built for it too. I'm gonna get it out the mud like you did, and so that's one of the main reasons I got Sean as well when we decided to make this into a boot camp. So not only do you get the course itself online, but you'll also get the automations that Andrew has built, and we'll plug it directly into your back end, and then you'll also get that mindset training. And we're gonna wake up every single day at this boot camp in Portsmouth, Virginia, August 7th through the 9th at the Renaissance Hotel. By the way, this is gonna be at the Renaissance. Very beautiful hotel. The best of the best. Know what I mean? I want to make sure you, because also I want you to be inspired when you wake up. Every time I go to town and I stay in there, because that's originally where I'm from, I wake up, I look out that window. The views are amazing. You got the ferry right there. You can cross the water, go over the water side. I mean, so many things to do. But for that boot camp, ain't no fun. Ain't no fun in games. It's serious business, y'all. Now on that Friday, because we're gonna start on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way up until we done it Friday. Now, Friday evening, of course, we're going to go out. I'm going to treat y'all to the bars. I'm going to show y'all the city. You know what I mean? But until we get to that point, it's serious business, y'all. So that's basically in a nutshell what the Cleaning Business Boot Camp is all about. And that's like my overview of what I want to bring y'all to. So we can start automating these cleaning companies. And so y'all can do what I do, which is pretty much what I want to do. You know what I mean? I work when I want to. I dress how I want to. I don't have to clean it up and try to speak a particular type of way. I'll do it sometimes because a lot of the mamas on my channel be getting on me about how much I cuss. I apologize to y'all, right? But I think a lot of people appreciate because they can see the genuineness. They know that I'm real, though. They know I'm not lying, and I provide you with value, y'all. So that's what the whole boot camp is all about, and that's what I want to bring to y'all. If you guys want to just expound a little bit more about what we can expect from each of you once we get to Portsmouth, Virginia on August the 7th. And the link is right here, by the way.
Andrew, you can go ahead.
Okay. Basically, what you can expect, and AJ hit the nail right on the head. You can expect a kind of a path, a blueprint to how to automate your business, how to make everything run by itself, and all you have to do is just whatever the tasking or the thing that you need to do in order to move. Say, for instance, somebody contacts you in reference to wanting to become a subcontractor with you. The process of that is, it can be real tedious, knowing, hey, I need to send them this information. I need to send them that information. I need to have them schedule this appointment for an interview. I need to have them sign the subcontractor's agreement that you have with them. And then when you bring them on, having them sign the contract for the specific account, all that becomes real tedious. And you trying to run your business, trying to work in your business, and also try to bring other people on can be mind-blowing and overwhelming. Well, there's a way for you to have all of that stuff done automatically. And when somebody contacts you, or they fill out a form saying they want to join your team, it triggers something for them to send an email saying, hey, this is the information that we're going to need from you. Accomplish that. Once they accomplish that, it gives you a notification. Hey, this person has accomplished that information for you. Then it sends them another link. Hey, this is what we need you to complete. Schedule your interview. It sends them to a link to schedule an interview. You get a notification saying you have an interview on this date at this time with this person. You can see all the information that they gave you. You're not talking to these people at all. You're just getting them all the way to the point where you schedule an interview. The first time you talk to that person is when you have the interview. Now, once you have that interview, you do a trigger. Hey, interview is complete. Now it sends them a list of other things that they need to accomplish to kind of get them set up to be within your stable of subcontractors. And you're doing all of this just by notification saying, hey, do this, do that, do this. It's just as smooth. I have 4 interviews set up for next week, and I have not talked to these people at all.
Wow.
At all. And it's been amazing. It's like I just look at my calendar, I get a notification, I know, all right, this is what I need to do. And I can still do other things because I know that my automations are set up to be able to do each step and move everybody along in the onboarding process.
So I want to throw my interview ahead on real quick, and we can keep it going.
Yeah.
Because you get these people, they be like, well, don't nobody want to work, right? I got the buildings, so I can get contracts, but nobody wouldn't work. We can't find good help. So do you think that those automations in a way are able to help you with finding some of these people?
It helps you find people that are motivated and determined, because if you think about it, all of us have people that say, I want to work, I want to work, I want to work. But how many people actually do what they need to do to get through the process? So if you give them steps and stuff to accomplish along the process, if they don't do something, they don't move along in the process. So now you can just weed them out. You know, no, they're not serious. They're not ready to go. But the person that keeps going through the process and does all of the tasks that they're required to do, that person is the person I want, because one, it's an attention to detail. They paid attention to what the heck I told them to do, and now they're doing it. So now I know I can put them in a building, in an account, and tell them, hey, this is what needs to be done. This is what the client wants. This is what the client expects. Now, just do it. Now I know that they have the ability to do that. Everyone does not have that ability to do it. They say they want to do it, but they do not have the ability to do it. And it weeds you out, because think about it. And I don't want to take over the conversation, but it saves you so much time. It saves you an amazing amount of time just doing that. This process for me used to take maybe an hour, because I'm like doing this, that, and the third, and then, oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. Then I have a board of stuff I got to do over there, and a board of stuff I got to do over there. And then I get a ding. Somebody's contacting me. I want to apply for it. No, I send them a link. You do it, and I see, okay, you're there. This part of the process. They're this part of the process. They're this part of the process, all the way to the end. And at the end, it says, start scheduling them for jobs.
Yeah.
And I haven't done anything other than just done the tasks that I'm supposed to do to get them along in the process, and it's so much better.
I was going to, that's a big key too, because you say to start scheduling them for jobs, and see, that's what people don't realize too. Like once you get those software automations set up, even those things can be done. Like you can create different calendars. There's like, okay, well, bam, we got calendars for walkthroughs, we got calendars for interviews, like you said, we got calendars for the jobs. Like it's so many different things that people have no idea, and this is all within the one Clean Biz Network platform. This is not us tying different softwares together. You're not paying all these extra, fees and software subscriptions. All of this is right in-house with Clean Biz Network. So I love that.
And another thing is, I've gotten rid of Calendly. I've gotten rid of JotForm. I don't use any of those, because all of that is, I've learned how to integrate my CRM to be able to do all that stuff. So what Calendly a year is $140 something if you buy it all at once.
Yeah.
JotForm is up there too. It's like what, 15, 20 something dollars a month or something like that. And those are all, they're good by themselves. But once you get the CRM, you don't need that. So you've already saved $200, $300 in a year just using this CRM program.
Yeah. And I know for me, like I was big on ClickFunnels. I don't need $97 a month paid ClickFunnels anymore, right? Or even a lot of people use Wix. You don't need Wix anymore, because you can create unlimited websites within our program. So I love this. I love this question right here too. Mrs. says, sounds like you have to be good with technology. This is why Andrew is so important, because you don't. So he literally already built all of the technical stuff for you. Now all you have to do is show up to the boot camp, and we're going to I can go in the back end and plug it right, all of these automations right into your account. And so when you join Clean Biz Network, you get an account with all of these software capabilities. However, it's up to you to figure it out, right? But if you join the Clean Biz Automation Bootcamp, it's like, you know what? We figured it out for you. We'll plug it in for you. All you gotta do is show up, because we want you to be there so he can at least show you how to use it, right? Because it's like having a loaded machine gun, but you never shot a gun in your life, right? You gonna go, ain't no telling what might happen there. You could kill yourself, right? So it's best off, all right, bam, we'll load it for you. We'll hand you the gun. And as you have the gun, we'll walk you through all of the facets of this gun so you can use it properly. All right, but cool. Hopefully that made sense, and that wasn't a horrible analogy. But anyway, what else we got here? Cleaning and businesses. What's up, AJ? Care Cleaning Services. We are here. Shout out to you. Moon Mama Prince says, amazing. Thank you for checking in. Shane Adams says, can the boot camp be purchased through a recording or a workbook or something for those who cannot make it? Yes, I'm gonna figure that out. I don't have actually, we do got it up. It's right up there. So yep, if you go to the link, cleanbizbootcamp.com, you will see a virtual option to purchase that way as well. I forgot we do have that up. All right. You said L'Oreal Blair says, how soon should a startup company start with automation? The truth be told, immediately. Immediately. I used to say wait, But now that I have it, processes are coming together now. No, you can start that immediately, and the sooner you start, the better. Because, like, for example, I started my company, this new company here in 2018. Is a complete headache to have. Now I'm having to go back and create all of the different SOPs for all of these different things that we have going on, because every single thing that we do is a moving part in your company. So the bigger you get, everything's going to need a SOP, a standards of procedure, right? You got to have, like if you go to work for any other job, they're going to have a manual, and they got a step by step on how to do every little thing. So if you can start this from day one, you're way ahead of the pack. Where would you at, Sean? I saw you about to chime in.
Yeah, so I want to really, get in and just piggyback on what you and Andrew were saying. So what AJ and, Andrew is going to help the cleaning business owners do is synchronize their business to themselves and to the market. Sometimes, businesses that we start from scratch are disjointed, we're doing our work ourselves. We're trying to attack the market, and, there's no unity within our goals and what we're trying to achieve and how to actually achieve it with no processes. So I think the Clean Business Automation Program and the CRM especially is going to sync your business as one unit so it can move and operate as a well-oiled machine, right? So it's going to take out a lot of the guesswork from what we do and just have it on a plug and play basis. And that's very important. Here's why. The cleaning business itself is worth about $91 billion in revenue. Mm-hmm. It's set to grow at least by 150 million in the US alone in this year, 2024. So if we as business owners want...
Oh, he was about to smack it out the park too, and it froze on him as soon as he was about to hit him with it.
I was ready.
But I think what he was about to say was, and I'm waiting for it because you do it as soon as you get it started, it'll come back. But anyway, but I think what he was about to say was, if you want to get a piece of that, there you go. He back right. Then I say, as soon as I get ready to say it, go ahead and finish it. It cut off.
I cut off for a minute. So what I want to say is, since the industry is so huge, we're not even touching at least 1% of that 91 billion yet. Okay. What we have to do is synchronize these businesses, our machinery, our platform, to be able now to go into that type of revenue stream and tap it and get large portions of market share coming into our businesses. So if we don't do that, we can't access those revenues. So Clean Business Automation Program, Andrew is going to help you plug and play. What I'm going to help you do in the boot camp is prepare you to be the person who can go out there and make these deals, get the mindset right, get all the fears and doubts that we walk around with all day long out of your brain, so you can actually start seeing yourself now as an executive, a CEO of an operation, and that can speak to other clients on that level, mano a mano, a woman to woman, without fear, without seeing yourself less than, but be able to actually step into your role and lead your organization. And I think that's very important, because if we have all the tools and we can't utilize those tools, it's just like, as AJ said, having a weapon and don't know how to use it. So when we have these weapons, we know how to put the business together, sync it. Now we can go out in confidence and apply ourselves to, slice off larger portions of market share that we as business owners, we started small, 150,000, 200,000, 1 million in revenue. So now we want to make that quantum leap to 5 million in revenue, 10 million in revenue, 20, 100. And to do that, we have to plug and play, synchronize our businesses, and a Clean Business Automation Program, along with Andrew, who is going to sync your business and make it a well-oiled machine, is the right place to be if that's the size of your goals. And that's all I want to drop in there and help the business owners to see the magnitude of the opportunity that really exists in this industry.
Yeah, I love it, bro. Appreciate that. Now we're going to I see my guy Manby. Shout out to you, homeboy out here in Duval. Who else we got? Chill Will. He said, is the automation course part of the 1010 And do we have to attend the boot camp to fully grasp what it offers? I love this question because this is a great question. And I'm surprised somebody who didn't get the automation course in the past didn't ask this question. So number one, automation course actually did come with 1010. But I want you to make sure you finish that starter course first. All right, finish that first and then go back and then you go do the automation. All right, so that's first thing. And we'll talk about this more when we do our weekly call this coming week. I think yours is on Tuesday. So I'll talk to you Tuesday about it. But also, this is a great question for anybody who has the automation course already. Do you have to attend the boot camp to fully grasp what it offers? To fully grasp what it offers, no. But to get the full advantage of it, yes. Because, well, again, the course itself, I built it back in what? I think I dropped that in like 2020, maybe 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. So I didn't have a CRM yet. Andrew took what I started and put in that course, and he elevated it to another level. So now all of the automations that I was teaching back then on an old software, he's done it in the new software. So what's going to happen is if you go to the boot camp, not only will we plug in all of the automations that Andrew built because the course doesn't come with the automations. It shows you that it can do that, but it doesn't show you how to do it, right? So instead of showing you how to do it, Andrew has done it already. We're going to plug it in for you so you don't have to rebuild it. We're just going to show you how to use it. All right. So to fully grasp the concept of the full course, no, you don't have to be at the boot camp, but would it absolutely maximize the course for you if you go? Absolutely. 1,000%. Like you must be there. And Miss Desiree is actually, if she's still on the call, she can tell you better than I can. She got the course and she see what it's all about. She knows it's valuable, but she really wants us to implement them systems for her. You know what I mean? So that's why she's coming to the boot camp as well. All right. Make sure y'all keep them questions coming in, y'all, because we could talk all day, but we don't want to talk all day. Yeah. We want to actually give y'all some good value, answer some questions too, and be clear. We're here. I got some time today. You know what I mean? So if we just throw them out there, whatever general questions you want to see if you can sneak in, go for it. All right. Ms. Desiree said, I need to be at that boot camp. There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So let me say, so imagine this. All right. So with everybody, I mean, you know, like I said, I've been in it for about going on 4 years now. And in the beginning, the question is, how do I get accounts? How do I get clients? Yep. So one of the main ways to do that, they say, is go door to door, cold call, email campaigns, stuff like that. So imagine this now you're a year down, you have a few accounts, you're still working these accounts. How do you get new clients? When do you have the time to do it? You know what I'm saying? You have to clean these accounts because you haven't learned how to bring in subcontractors. You haven't learned how to automate that process. You haven't learned how to have, you know, multiple things going on at the same time. So with the automations course, you can do all that. You can now have the time to go door to door if you need to, because you have somebody cleaning the 3 accounts that you have a day. It's only 24 hours in a day. You don't get any extra hours. You still have to clean 2 and 3 accounts, which is going to take you 2 hours a piece, maybe, if it's a nice size account, you know. So now that time is gone. So now where do you get the time to go find more clients? You do that by automating everything. You do that by having calendars set up so that your virtual assistants, which the automations course is going to teach you how to get a VA, how to give your VA access to your CRM program to be able to cold call, to be able to schedule your appointments. And now you can have a calendar for interviews. You can have a calendar for walkthroughs. You can have a calendar for anything you want to. And all those calendars are integrated. You can go from putting in information in your main calendar and it blocks out time so that people don't schedule. So you're not overbooked, or you don't have conflicts where you have an interview schedule, but you also have a walkthrough schedule for the same time. No, it takes away all those conflicts where it doesn't make that slot available because it knows that you have something scheduled for 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. So you're not going to be able to have somebody try to come in there and schedule an interview for 3 o'clock on a Tuesday because you already have something in there. The automations course allows you to do that. So now you have time to go out there. You have time to go door to door. You're driving down the road going to get something to lunch. Because why? Because you have somebody cleaning your accounts. You have your VA making your calls. You have your VA making your appointments. They have access to the CRM. They can do all of that within there, and you can go do what you need to do to keep elevating your business. You drive by somebody building a new building. Oh, I'm going to go speak to that construction owner or whoever's in charge of that construction site, because you have the time now, because you have an automations course that's doing everything else that you would normally be doing. but you don't have to do it anymore because you have all these things set up in your automations program or your
Yeah,
CRM.
I'm glad you forward our lead generation service. And they were asking, can we use their Calendly link to send them appointments instead of, doing our usual? And we're like, I mean, we could, but to be honest with you, it doesn't make sense because they
Yes.
bought recurring leads. We will put it on your calendar already. That's part of the CRM. You don't need Calendly if you just learn how to, take the time to use the systems that we already have available for you. So I'm glad you pointed that out too. And like you said, no double booking. My callers can literally look and hop into your account. We can see your whole schedule. All you got to do is integrate it with your iCal or your Google Calendar, whatever one you use. We can see everything you have available. So absolutely make sure that you integrate and actually use these calendars inside the CRM, y'all. By the way, I almost forgot to say, we do got a discount code for anybody that stayed this long. We 44 minutes in. I think you earned a discount. All right. So we do got the discount code. That code is Legacy, y'all. So when you would check out, just use the code word Legacy. I can't remember if it works for digital tickets or not. So you can try it and see. I don't know if it does, but I do know for sure to work for the in-person. And the reason why everything, even in-person tickets are cheaper as well, because we really want you to be there. All right. We want you to take the time to. We know you still got to pay for your room and all this stuff. So that's why the in-person is cheaper than the online. But here's the discount code. I'm going to remove it in a little bit just so y'all can see our nice face. But I wanted to jump in and plug that in real quick. All right, y'all. Keep the questions coming in. I see. Who is this? Did I saw right here? Thomas Toy says, what are some ways for employee retention, retaining subcontractors? Follow-up question. If a subcontractor doesn't show, how can I use automation to fill that spot? This is a great one. So first one is, what are some ways for employee retention and retaining subcontractors? Y'all want to jump in there first?
All right. So with retention of employees and retaining subcontractors, make it worth it. Don't pay them $10 an hour. $10 an hour, in my opinion, it doesn't. If I'm working for $10 an hour, just imagine this. So, and I give my kids this analogy all the time. I said, so what are you making at this job? $10 an hour. All right. So here's $10. So now you have to do everything I say for $10 for an hour. Is it worth it? I don't think so. It's not worth it. So they have to have a sense of ownership or belonging or being a part of a team. Pay is a part of it. So upping the pay is definitely a part of it, in keeping them so that they can't be kind of I make more money over here, so I'm going to go. That's not always the case. They want to have a sense of ownership, a sense of being belonging to it, a sense of family, and being a part of something. Being a part of the vision that you have. So if they feel that they're a part of it, they're not going to just steer and say, "Oh, I'm going to go take this job because they're paying me more." No, they have more. It's more responsibility and more ownership in whatever it is that you're building, and maybe they will see that within themselves. Say, well, if this person can do this, then maybe I can do it too. So that's my thing with retention.
So I want to also add to that. One of the ways you can do that, Thomas, is hire more employees or more subcontractors, which is the main goal. See, a subcontractor is a business owner, and they will have a different mindset from the employee. So employee might just get sick and say, you know what, I got to call out, or something's going on in their life. Without hesitation, they'll call out, and you might not get your client serviced. But a sub, on the other hand, this is his business or her business. So they have a greater sense of responsibility to the account, to you, to their revenue stream. So even if they have an issue going on, they know they have to service this account because part of their subcontracting agreement. That's why I think CBN, AJ, and a lot of owners are more pushing forward towards having more subcontractors involved in the operations. As far as the automation goes, I think if you have a checklist or a check-in period for your sub, that can work. However, they're business owners. They're not required to check in as an employee. So I would say have good relationships with your subcontractors. Try them out. Make sure they're the right people for the job. And then, have to trust them. Give them the opportunity. Most of the times, they will execute because, as I say, that's a different mindset involved in just operations. It's not an employee mindset. It's a business owner mindset. Can things go wrong? Yes. And this is an industry period in all businesses. So things go wrong, and your client will understand that stuff happens if it's not every week.
For
So
sure.
that's all that's what I want to throw in there in response to that question.
And I want to now I'm gonna add on too. I think both of those are great, and then just one more thing I'm gonna add on there is freedom. Give them the freedom.
Yeah.
Like, think about why you wanted to quit your job in the first place, why you hate a job, why you wanted to be an entrepreneur. These subcontractors in particular are entrepreneurs too, as Sean was just saying. So, okay, we'll treat them as such. Don't try to micromanage them. Try to, my bad, my loud AC just popped on. But don't try, try not to micromanage them. Give them the freedom as much as you can. Obviously, we got to give them some sort of scope of work, a certain time frame that they have to get the job done by. But, pay them well, like Andrew said, and give them that freedom, man. Like, give these people what you would want to have if you were working for somebody else. And then one and very important thing on top of that, I just remembered to say this, is keep them fed. The more if you can't keep them busy, then they got to go find somebody else. So if you can keep that work coming in, they'll subcontract it for you forever, as long as you paying them well, you respecting them, you giving them freedom, and you keeping the contracts coming. What do they need to go get other contracts? They don't even got to find their own contracts if you can keep taking care of them. So that's probably the biggest thing I would say. And then I think it was a part 2 to that question, which was, if a subcontractor doesn't show, how can I use automation to fill that spot? It's so many different things Andrew might can think, and you got to get creative with this stuff, right? Because when I say it's automation software, I mean you can build whatever your imagination can think of. So I think in your case, first I would say it would be up to you to try to figure out, okay, well, logistically, what would we have to go through in order to replace this person? Do we need to, okay, bam, make them send this text to this line, and when they send this text to this line, we can set up an automation that's an auto reply, or we can even use AI, but I won't go into that yet. We're gonna stay with just automation for now, right?
Yeah.
That's in there as well. But you can have a prompt to where when it says can't come in, that particular phrase, you can set up your automation to automatically bump this job out to all 20 of your other subcontractors that you have on your vendors list, because you should have a vendors list of all your subcontractors within your network, right? And then have it automatically send out and say, can anyone make it today by 7:00 p.m. or whatever the case may be? We will, and then you will earn an extra blah, 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 right? Because whoever don't go in, they don't receive that money, but whoever does go, they get the money that the other person would have got. So it's little things like that you can set up and do for sure with the automation. I don't know if you had anything for that as well.
Cool. I didn't, but that's amazing. And I've already figured out how to do it.
Okay. Right. And that's right. It's just how creative can you get, because the software itself is just a prompt. It's conditional logic, if y'all are familiar with that. And so it's as creative as you can get. All we had to do is think it out and build it and make the software do what we tell it to do. Really, that's all the bidding calculator was. Like when I built the Cleaning Business Builder calculator that we got, the bidding calculator, pricing calculator for people don't understand. All I did, I started off, it was an Excel file. And it's like, okay, we got to figure out that times that times that times that times that. Then in order to make it an online version so we can do software subscription model, it was like, okay, well, now I just got to figure out the conditional logic that if they put in this, how can we give them that? And so you just got to kind of figure out, okay, if somebody calls out, what do I need to happen after that? And then after that, what do I need to happen after that? And then once you figure that out, we can plug it into the software, and the software can do it way quicker than us. So that's pretty much all the automations are. All right. Shane Adams says, is there a deadline to pay for the virtual boot camp? I don't think so, but I would just say get it as soon as you can. Right. But I think because since it's virtual, it's probably going to be available up until the day of. But in person, it's definitely going to be a cutoff date. And actually, I forgot to say this. We're only taking 20 people. It's a boardroom style. I want it intimate. I don't want a ton of people. This is not. So you see that picture in the background? That's from the Clean Business Network conference. Matter of fact, let's just change it so we're not confusing nobody at all. That's the conference, right? We don't want a big event on this. I want 20 people, maybe even less, to come to this, so that way we can take our time, sit at the boardroom. You can stop us and slow us down as slow as you want us to go. You don't have to feel the pressure of feeling dumb or none of that. We're going to work out together every morning. We're going to eat lunch together every day. Like, we're going to basically build a little family right there during that 3 days right there. So we literally going to take our time and make sure that everybody's taken care of. So it's not going to be a big event. Only 20 people coming in person. So that is right. Definitely first come, first serve. So get that ASAP. Don't try to wait around on that. Online, I ain't gonna lie, you probably got some time, but still, just hop on it. All right, that's what we got. A short shout out to you, Miss Charlotte. I see you checking in. Long time CBN member. Loretta says it's having an automation. So it's having an automation. Is there a monthly fee you have to pay to keep the automation going? This is a great question because I haven't thought this far yet. So y'all remember, Andrew? If you bought the automation course, it's no payments forever, right? You was good to go. That is actually right. You got it, and that is a stupid business decision by me. Right? You should never get anybody anything free forever. Okay, I'll tell you that now. And I got a CFO now. He was like, I told him that shit. He was like, oh no, we don't grandfather anything. And I'm like, all right, but it's done now, and that's part of my brand. What I do is I stand on my business, right? I stand on business, so I can't go back, even though he's telling me like, ain't no grandfather. He's like, I don't care. Some of them gonna get mad, and some of them gonna completely understand and pay. And I'm like, I know I've done that before in the past. I said, but I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. So anyway, but good question. So I haven't thought this far ahead, but I'm gonna think about it right now. So what I'll probably do is maybe we'll do 2 years free or something like that, a year, maybe 2 free, and then the payments will kick in. So because to be clear, the automation is just a course, Clean Biz Automation course. And then in this case, if you come in person, is a boot camp, right? What we're doing here is we're teaching it live, whether you're online or in person. So it's a course. So you shouldn't have to pay monthly for our course, right? But the software itself is a monthly fee, just like you pay a monthly fee to QuickBooks, to Netflix, or any other software as a service company. So the Clean the cleaning business software, the Join Clean Biz Network, it is $99 a month. I hate to say prices because videos date and the price could go up, but I'm pretty sure we had a good, comfortable price right now. But just to be in Clean Biz Network, it is $99 a month. However, for people who come to the boot camp, we'll waive that for, I'll say 2 years. We'll wait for 2 years, and let me make a note of that so I can put it in the back end so I don't have to do it, right? And that's little automations that you got to set up, right? Because if I tell you that I wanted to automatically do that, you shouldn't have to email me and say, AJ, don't forget to stop my payments every month, right? You got to set up a back end thing to do that for me, all right? So 2 years free to CBN software. And by the way, if you want you in CBN for good. It's just mainly the software that you can use access to if you don't make the monthly payment. But anyway, 2 years free to if you get the automation. All right, bam. I got you. Great question, Lorraine. I appreciate you for keeping me on my toes on that one. All right, Rashawn Bowser says, hey guys, what's up? What's good, AJ? How would you handle getting out of an underbid contract that doesn't make sense financially and professionally? I went over this a few times. I actually got a video on this as well. Long story short, though, first thing is this. Are you profitable at all? And if you are profitable, if you're not profitable, is it worth losing the contract? Because if you can't say that it's so underbid to the point that you're willing to risk losing it altogether, then I wouldn't even have this conversation. So that's the first thing. Have that conversation with yourself first. Is it worth me losing this contract if I go talk to them today about it? So that's the first thing. If your answer is yes, okay, now here's how you proceed. Hopefully you didn't have this contract too long either. Usually you want to try to figure this out within no later than 3 months into the contract, right? But after that, it's kind of like you just got to eat it. But 3 months into the contract, you just kind of can tell them within that time frame, all right, you know what? This doesn't happen often. I truly apologize that it happened, but we estimated based on, our analysis, blah, 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 that it would take this amount of time to clean this job. Since we've been cleaning this contract for this amount of time, it's now actually taking us this amount of time to do the job. And we want to continue. By the way, in order to even have this conversation, you better make sure you're cleaning the hell out of this account. Okay. That's the other thing. But we want to continue to provide you guys with this high level of service that we're providing you with. However, in order for us to continue doing so, we must raise the price to this because that's the only way that we can afford to do the job at a profitable rate, right? And so you just kind of have that tough conversation. But again, make sure you're ready to lose it, because if they say no, then you got to really mean it to the point where it's like you'll walk away. You can't just say, oh, dang, well, okay, and then keep cleaning it. You got to really mean it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, like, you were just trying to upsell them for no damn reason, right? So go back to them, have that tough conversation, and then if you already passed that 3 month threshold and you don't feel comfortable doing it, eat it for the first year, and then about maybe 2-3 months before it's time to renew it, because it's usually annual contracts, then go have that tough conversation. Say, by the way, I just wanted to let you know we're going to have to raise the rate. We initially underbid this contract because of XYZ. We thought it would take this long. It actually takes this long. And I just want to give you a heads up. We're going to have to bump it up, $300 or whatever the amount is, right? And so, but that's how you have it. So hopefully you caught it early enough where you can go ahead and have that tough conversation. And good luck to you on that one. Did y'all have anything to add on that before I go to the next one?
That was perfect.
That's good.
I've seen that video many times. I know exactly what you're going to say.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, Thomas Toy. Very well said. Thank you for the knowledge. I couldn't be more grateful for our community like yours. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you know what? I'm glad you said that too, because I always tell people when they ask me questions live, I'd be like, still go watch the video. Because I know, like, when I'm speaking on a specific topic, and y'all know because y'all make videos now too, right? Yeah. And it's like when I'm speaking directly on it, I done thought it all out ahead of time. Most of the time, that's going to be the best way that I'm going to say it. If you catch me in person, it's like, I might miss something. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm always like, still go watch that video, by the way, because I might have said something even, cooler than what I'm about to say right now. But thank you for the cosign. All right, cool. All right, what else we got, y'all? What else we want to give, man, for getting some more value before we get out of here?
I want to jump in a little bit because Andrew mentioned something really important, and that's with the automation of your business, how important that is to, new business owners. I remember when I was, doing my thing out there, I was running at one point from Jersey to Delaware to Maryland, Baltimore, and DC, right? I mean, I got so overwhelmed with trying to maintain quality and service so many clients in different states that it almost led to a mental breakdown, right? These are things that happens behind the scenes to business owners that they don't like to discuss, right? You will be so bombarded with solving problems if you don't automate your business that you might just one day wake up, if you're not strong-minded and you don't have that crew or people around you, and walk away from it. So this is very important to make sure you maintain your mentality, your mental health, your business operations, your money's coming in, invoicing on time. I mean, just the overall synchronicity of your operations. This is mandatory if you're going to grow and stay in business, right? There's one simple thing, though, I think we forget, and Andrew didn't mention. I wanted to mention along with the other things he said that's possible when you do automate the business. You have time to think.
Yes. Yes, Lord.
And just entertain your thoughts for once. I mean, without the noise and always thinking about who's calling next, who's sending a crazy email to you. Just align yourself with your goals, realign yourself with your goals and your, and what you want out of your life and out of your business in general. When you're running around doing all these things, you can't do that because the business is running your program instead of you being the leader that directs the program for the business. So, that's just, one of the things I wanted to put out there, the ability to think and think clearly about what you want here, because you're going to be on the battlefield taking live fire. I know, Andrew, you was in the military, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No, I love that. You know what? And when you say think, and I'm like, damn, you're right. Because, sometimes we don't even have time to just think about, what we going to eat. So a lot of times we can't even eat healthy. Just get some fast food on the way because you're running around. You can't even think properly. Then you're making knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're trying to rob Peter to pay Paul because you're too busy. You're running around so much. And it's like, breathe, slow down for a minute. And you get that time to do it once you start putting those systems in place. You know what I mean? Once you start getting these softwares to handle certain things for you, when you start getting these people in place to handle things for you. So I love that point right there.
Yeah. That's amazing. And just think about this. Where do you think I got the time to be able to figure out the CRM program?
Yep.
It's because of that. Being able to automate everything and then figure out how to use the CRM program. Because my automations that I was using before the CRM program, now that I look at it, was not automations. It was a whole lot of different programs.
Right.
And I had to try to figure out, okay, I need to send this here. I need to do this there. Now it's all in one. The other thing is, Sean, synchronicity. Where you come up with these words?
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm right, but hey, put it out.
Look, today is a word. Let's do it.
I'm pretty sure that's a word.
I'll say this. I will say this though. Even though I am grandfathered or whatever, I would pay it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I would pay it. Don't. I'm not saying I want to.
Listen, and I'm not. I'm gonna stand on business.
But I would. I'm too far, and I would definitely do it easily, knowing what it can do or how much time and time I get to think now. I do it easily.
You know, and the value, right, that it really adds to us as members of Clean Biz Network, you know, it's worth it. You know, we'll feel like we're probably robbing if we're not paying or contributing to the development of this operation and the growth of our club, our revenue crew, I should say, right? So one thing I want to also add is when you have your business in flow, like AJ and Andrew really said, now you get to figure out how much money do you really want to make, right?
Yeah.
Right? We got to these hundreds, a couple $100,000, $1 million, $2 million, whatever. But I say now that the business is operational without us in every detail, we need to add at least 3 or 4 zeros to whatever we already have as our goal as far as revenue. Because now you can, right? Now you're not the business anymore. The business is the business.
Right.
And now the sky's the limit because we're not in every nook and cranny trying to put out a multitude of fires. Yeah. Now we can really sit down and operate in executive mode, CEO mode, close deals, seek capital, grow this thing.
Let's talk about that because, you know, that's stuff that we talk about a lot behind the scenes, right? But let's talk about that because let's just say, all right, we got 2 types of people typically that's watching this channel, right? Either they just trying to find a way not to have no job and they trying to use it as a stepping stone to get to something, right? They wish that was me. And then you got the other type of people like Sean Richards that know, and if I knew better early on, I would have been like this person. But they listen, I'm going to build this cleaning business as big as it can go. I know this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. I know they can get me all of the money. Anything else can get me. So I'm just going to lock all the way in and build a big business in this. Either way you're trying to go, I think ultimately we all want freedom, right? We all want freedom, but you can't get that if you don't have those systems in place. And so one thing we talk about is we trying to start buying up companies. You know, we're trying to get to the point where we're going to start buying up some of these cleaning companies. But guess what? We don't want to buy the ones who ain't got systems in place. That means that's more work for us.
Well, they can't sell. They can't be sold, right?
They can't sell them. It's like no matter how you want it. So whether you want to be a shark like Sean and you want to start gobbling up some of these these businesses, well, guess what? You got to know systems and have systems in place because you can't run a big operation like that without knowing these things and have them in place. And if you're on the flip side where you like, I'm just going to use this to get it as a stepping stone. Okay, well, even if you use it as a stepping stone, what you don't want to do is just quit on the business. If you're going to get out of the business, then you want to be able to sell the business with a check so you can roll it over to the next venture. And if you don't have these systems in place, guess what you can't do? You can't sell it. So no matter which way whether you're serious about this business, whether it's just a hustle for you or not, you got to have these systems in place. And I'm glad you took us there, Sean, because like you said, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. If for some reason people think that they need other things, I thought that. I'm telling you now, but I'm grateful because that's what, you know, I guess my path was my path, but trust me, if I really knew that you can get the type of money that you can get and build the type, you know, I thought I was going to be stuck in the field if I stuck in the cleaning industry. I had no idea that you could run this stuff completely hands off. It's just amazing.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Andrew, I know you retired.
Yeah.
You kind of it's kind of like you double retired because you created this new revenue stream. And you starting to put these things in place. So it's like, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about that aspect of somebody like, they might feel like, okay, you know, I've done my time in the working field because I just had somebody on my channel with an interview, by the way. She retired from Walmart. You retired from the military. But it's like y'all still are able to come into this industry and find some peace in it. So can you just kind of talk about that aspect with somebody who might be in a similar situation?
Yeah. So I retired from the Air Force, 21 and a half years. In the Air Force, and
thank you for your service.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And just getting out, I'm the type of person that I can't just sit around and do nothing. So I decided to, you know, do something that could, you know, get me out the house and not have me be, you know, stationary and, you know, kind of swell up around the midsection area. I'm not trying to get that way, which is why you need to come to the boot camp, because I know AJ and I bet you Regina's probably going to be running it.
You already know it. You already know
it. She's a beast.
Hey, look, and there's a reason I can drink all of these beers and not have that big old Homer Simpson belly, right?
Exactly.
No
yeah, but yeah, you know, just knowing that, okay, well, I can do something to kind of keep myself busy, and also, you know, help my family, help others, and just starting a cleaning business. Once you learn in the beginning, you may not be able to. You may have to work in the field, and that's fine. That's fine. It actually helps you in understanding what you need to understand in order to go out and get more biz, because now you know how long things take. You know what processes and what, you know, kind of steps should be done in cleaning certain areas, how long it's going to take and stuff like that. So that helps you with understanding and being able to legitimately get accounts, because you know how long it should take, how much you should pay, and all that other stuff. But when you get to the point where it's automated and you don't have to work in the field. Now, I don't have to work in the field as much right now. I do, because 2 of my teams took, you know, their families went on vacation. So because I don't have enough subcontractors, I go on and I've been taking over it, but they come back next week. Well, one's already come back and the other one comes back next week. But it allows me to get in there and see, okay, because I don't have like a steady inspection process yet. I'm still working on that. I need another person for that so that I don't have to do it. But, you know, just being able to get out the field and be able to work on your business and not in your business is an amazing thing. And you all can do it. I swear you can do it. I mean, when I have like, I think I have 10 accounts now, something like 10 accounts, something like that. And just knowing on Mondays, I'll tell you that on Mondays and on Fridays, I have 8 accounts going on that need to be done all one day. And I'm at the house in my office working. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making money sitting at the house. So it's definitely an amazing thing. And being with CBN and AJ, man, I would have never known how to do it.
And that's what I want to point out, because my bad, Sean, you want to jump in?
No, I know you got a question too from Brittany, but I just want to say Monday, I just decided I'm not even working. I went to the beach.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about, right?
And that's what we're talking about.
So,
yeah. And look, and the line still goes up every year. You know what I mean? And it's just now you got that create that freedom too, but you build to that point though. And that's another reason why I got Sean here too, because people think it's just gonna always be just beach day. Do what you want. I'm the boss. No. We're gonna get you there first. It's a certain mindset you got. You got to have a certain level of toughness. But you said a couple things, Andrew. First off, about the working out. Just a reminder, because I know it's probably some people just tapping in. They won't hear from the beginning. So let me explain again. No, I'm not losing my damn mind. No, I'm not falling off. I just left the gym, so I got on this sweated out shirt. So that explains that, right? And then my hair, I'm purposely not getting it done until probably Monday, because I'm going to Cleaning Cocktails cleaning event on Tuesday in California. So I'm purposely letting it out for that. So just to explain that, I was working out. All right. Second thing, early systems, because you said something right there that I think is huge, and I think that's why I'm the GOAT when it comes to teaching this stuff. Is because, and you're doing it now. You said that you have two accounts that you have to cover for some people you got going out of town, and then somebody listening that's brand new here might be thinking, hold up now, I thought you said you had it all automated. I thought you had it all figured out. Why you still got to do this? But see, this is the thing. We are teaching you as we go. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? And this is something that has always allowed me to stay afloat, like to stay that guy. You know what I mean? Is because I don't wait till I get so big to where when I finally speak to you, I'm talking over your head.
Yep.
It's so many, you know, I'm like the middle ground between those high guys. Y'all know I got those connections, but then I'm also talking straight to the person on the block outside somewhere. You know what I mean? So I'm like that middle person, because I never want to be I want to stay grounded. I want to be able to communicate at all levels. You know what I mean? I can go sit in the boardroom with those guys and button it up, or we can go chill outside and I can have a brew with you and we can hit the J. You know what I mean? And we can talk and I can still know what I'm talking about, right? And so,
like Elon,
I think it's, you know what I mean? I think that's why it's so important. Yeah, Sean, you know, right? He was at the backyard after the conference last time, right? And so, but I think it's so important that you pointed that out, Andrew, is because like we're not too far gone to relate to people's problems. We know exactly where they're struggling, that we can relate directly to them versus let's just say I had it, because even right now, like, I got a few holes in my system, right? We're still working out kinks, and I think that's a constant process as you get better, as you grow. It's always that even the big corporations have those issues. But it's like, okay, well, whose system would you rather learn, growing? Would you rather learn a $10 million company system and they tell you straight what they're doing right now? And it's like, nah, I can't even implement those things. They got fucking, computers and stuff that we can't even afford to get. There's certain things that they have that we just don't have, right? Versus, all right, man, well, let me tell you what I'm doing now, what I just did, 2 years ago to get past that point, or just did, a year ago, or 3 years ago, or 5. But it's in a realm of me being able to remember and being able to show you in real time what we're actually doing, and especially in Andrew's case, literally showing you in real time. This ain't even too far back. He's teaching you, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think that that's actually an asset. And me starting off early in this industry, because I was like one of the only teachers in this, the early days, I used to be, as a matter of fact, somebody spoke about that, imposter syndrome. I used to have imposter syndrome. I'll answer that question in a minute, because I felt like, well, who am I? Am I even qualified to talk about these things? I'm figuring it out myself. And as time went on, I started to realize, no, that was my fucking asset. That was my biggest asset, is the fact that I can relate directly to you. I can show you how to do it now. And when you talk to me, I'm not going to talk over your head, because I'm right there, right in the battlefield with you. So I wanted to point that out. That was some great points by you. And I'm going to jump into this question here, because we just got on, and Brittany, shout out to you. She said, did anyone feel any imposter syndrome when starting out? When I hear myself out loud practicing my sales, I feel not myself. And so I'll speak about this. I dealt with it on both sides. I dealt with it at the cleaning industry, and then I dealt with it here on YouTube, right? But I'll talk about it from the cleaning industry standpoint. And one thing I'll tell you, for me, I used to remind myself that these people that we're talking to, with all due respect to every employee in the world, but they're just W-2 workers. They're employees. They don't own that company. You know what I mean? They're just on payroll. They just at work. How can I be intimidated by this person when they didn't take a risk and take a few grand to go start their own company? I did. Why I'm scared to talk to you for? You know what I mean? Like, no, fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying not to get into cussing, AJ. But no, like, that's how I would talk to myself. Like, hype yourself up, literally. And I don't care if you feel crazy. I don't know if people call you crazy. Hype yourself up. If you got to look in the mirror and tell yourself, AJ, you didn't, you know what I mean? You got to do it. You know what I mean? Coach yourself up first, and then when you walk into it, guess what? That's one practice, and just keep doing it over and over and over until it's more and more comfortable with you. Even before we got on this live, I went and hyped myself up right quick. All right, AJ, let's go. Sean, ironically, Sean called me this morning. He was asking, for permission to be unleashed today, because he didn't know if I wanted him to take it easy. I was like, no, listen, be Sean, bro, be Sean. And on the way of me telling him that, he told me who the hell I was. Like, you, AJ Simmons, you the GOAT. If it wasn't for you, a lot of us wouldn't build these companies. You can take credit for that, because I'm humble, right? But it's like, no, you can own that. You're responsible for people making millions out here all across the world. So own that. You know what I mean? So, Brittany, what I'm telling you is, do it. Get out. You're the one who took your money and invested in this business. You're the one who watched on a fucking Saturday. Who does this? Only great people do this. Take time to watch a business fucking live. We've been on here for about an hour and some change on the middle of a Saturday. You could have been at the beach now. You know what I mean? You might be at the beach listening on your phone. I don't know. But either way, the bottom line is you're taking the time to do this. Regular people aren't doing this. Mediocre people are not doing it. So you already great just by doing this. This is the start. Now you go take the action and do it, right? See, now I get my preaching back. I'm going to shut up. What y'all got?
No, but you're correct, because, it's a mindset thing. Of course, we all have it. Even the wealthiest, most successful people go through these things, right? But it's just the stage. The more you get out there and do what you're doing every day, it's the more you're able to override that noise. It becomes the noise in the background that's tiny, tiny, tiny. It's not loud anymore. It's not overpowering, because you've been through the process. So doing a lot of what you have to do will help you bust through that so-called imposter syndrome and be more unified with your program, with your business, and who you are as an individual. As AJ said, we're here on a Saturday. We're talking about growth. We're talking about business. We're talking about making money. That's not things that the regular general population is engaged in, right there and then it's a separation with you and everybody else. And at the end of the day, everybody's just a human being, right? So it don't matter who you have to speak with, they're going through the same things that you are probably dealing with on your end. So we're all in the same boat. Elevate, tell yourself what you have to say to yourself, do the work, and let your actions speak for itself.
Yeah, to piggyback on that, these guys are spot on. I deal with the imposter syndrome all the time. I have videos on my YouTube channel, and I have probably 50 to 60 more videos in my head that I think about doing, but I don't, because I'm like, well, I got this from somebody. I don't need to make it. Why do I make it? I'm not going to make it. But you have to understand, you are the only you that you can be. It's only you. There's no other you like you. Just do what makes sense to you and what makes sense, if that makes sense. It has to make sense, and it has to make sense. Trust me. I mean, there are people that have, thousands and thousands of followers, and there's no reason why they're any different than you. Just because it's coming from you, it's not an imposter. It's the real you. You just bring it, and you just kind of present it in your own way that makes it kind of personal or specific to you. One thing I will say is that just to kind of not really piggyback, but boost up this automations process, I'm in it. I'm still doing it. I'm still learning as I go. I'm not a master at this. And people say, man, you know everything about the CRM. No, I don't. I'm just learning. I learn every day. I'll tell AJ, I learned something new. And then I want to, kind of share it with everybody. But, you can't really do that all the time. You don't really have the time to do that. But what this has allowed me to do, and you can't see it, but my vision board is up here. And one of the things on my vision board is to be out of the field by my birthday, which is August 25th. I was out of the field because of the CRM in March. August 25th hasn't gotten here yet.
Hold on, here it is.
Boom. Every now and then I gotta go back and help. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that I've got it all figured out, but hey, I'm on my way. I'm pulling. Come on.
Hey, Andrew, stop it, man. You are the chief technology officer. You're putting all of this stuff together. You're out of the field. You can plug and play into other people's businesses.
Right.
You're the GOAT with this program. I will not allow that humbleness anymore. Make it happen for us as you always do, bro. And, shine. I understand where you're coming from, but I just got to step in there and make sure and give you your flowers right now. For the great work you do. And continue to do that, because this is what's going to get us to where we really want to go.
Okay.
I
appreciate it.
I love that. And L'Oreal Blair says, make money in your sleep. I love that. I've been doing that for a good little while now. And I'll tell you this, like just now, right? And I'm going to try to speed past it, so I don't want to, but relative just passed again. So I was supposed to be in California all this coming week to be at Cleaning Cocktails, but got to abruptly switch that. So now I'll be in California the first couple of days, and I might not even make it there. I'm still depending on how I'm going to do it, but I got to go to Virginia for the funeral. But my point is, okay, if we didn't have systems in place, if we wasn't making money in our sleep, then guess what? I wouldn't be able to just up and abruptly do those things. Yeah. Imagine being a slave to your business, and you can't go to your loved one's funeral. You know what I mean? Like, imagine that. So great point right there. And this is why the importance of creating these systems in your business. You know what I mean? This is what we're talking about when we say cleaning business automation. Now, I'm not, y'all know, I ain't gonna even go on a tangent. I'm gonna keep it there. All right. But I'm gonna keep it there. I saw, what did I see? Oh, this is what I want to say. Make sure you go to cleanbizuniversity.com/bootcamp. Get your tickets, y'all. We're going to be in Portsmouth, Virginia, my hometown. And it's going to be a test run, too, because I'm thinking about bringing the conference there, but I want y'all to see it first to get a feel. I know y'all going to love it, though. But it's going to be in my hometown, y'all, August 7th through the 9th. Get your tickets. Go to cleanbizuniversity.com/bootcamp and get your tickets. Meet all three of us I was about to say at the conference, at the boot camp. All right. And we're going to teach you live. It's going to be a small, intimate circle. We're going to be at the boardroom. You can sit there and we're going to step by step by step. We're gonna go through everything that you need to do to set up your cleaning business and automate it the right way. And we also gonna do some mindset training. We're gonna work out physically, right? We're gonna make sure that you leave there not only with a new transformation for your business, but a transformation for yourself, because you as an entrepreneur, you're the one who drive that thing. So let's get it. All right, y'all. Shout out to Chill. We appreciate you. Shout out to Brittany. Thank you. I'm glad that we were able to help you on that. Dante, I saw this comment. You said you liked that video when I said the lesson I earned from an old wealthy business person. I was watching that video the other day. I like that one too. Appreciate that. That's back when I was actually still in the field too. Terry Brown says this is very helpful listening while at work. Thank you for checking in from the job. I appreciate you. Total Touch Cleaning says great stuff. I appreciate you checking in. L'Oreal says, how can having a website help with automation? That's so many different ways. So many different ways. I probably should let Andrew speak on it. You want to speak on it?
Okay, let me read it. Hold on. I was typing in the chat real quick. So how can having a website help with automations? Oh,
right.
All right, here we go. I like that
one. So many different ways.
There you go.
So here's something that I have. So now, and I'm going off of subcontractors because I have a few W-2 employees, but I'm mainly subcontractors. But with what I created is a way to be able to get information. Like, for instance, you have an account that you want to give out to you want to kind of advertise or promote out to subcontractors. So what I did was I was able to go in the website area, not a funnel, but a website where you have your own domain or whatever that you can house in the CRM program. And you can put your website in the domain or you can house it on the CRM website. Well, we have pages in our website. We all have pages, maybe 2, 3, 4. My pages on my website is probably up to about 20. And what I did was I create multiple sites or sites where I have the information. For instance, I have an account. It has the information about the account. It has the amount of the amount of pay for the account. It has all the information about how long it's supposed to take, what's supposed to be done, the scope of work. It has any necessary information, location. It also has the SDS, the safety data sheets that are on there for.
Are you able to just share a piece of that to show that part? Can you show that? Because you showed me the other day, and I was like, man.
Yeah. So this is.
And this guy, I'm a technical person, and I'm creative too. So I'm like, damn. I should have thought of this. You know what I mean?
Let me see. So share screen.
Yeah.
Let's go to here. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna share it, and now we're gonna go to it. So what I do is I go to my sites. You guys can see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, good. So websites. Here's my main website.
Don't give him too much back end. I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give too much back end. Let's go here. All right. So as you can see, here are all the pages that I have. Right. These are all the pages that I have. Think of these as all individual website links. Okay. Think of them as individual website links. Let me see. Where do I have it? Or is it on the other one? Where is it? Oh, I think it's back on the other one. Sorry. Yeah, if I can go back. Come on.
That's crazy. Look, I can see already all of those different pages on that site. Like, you can see how deep it is.
There it is. Individual accounts. Boom. So this is still off of my start creating individual account. Why is it not popping up? I'm not sure why it's not pulling up. But let's do it this way. Hold on.
Oh, maybe it's nah, it ain't that because I see the date on it.
Yeah, it's not showing up here. Let's see if I can pull it up another way. Boom. Yep, here. So you guys can still see my screen. Are you seeing like website links and stuff like that right now?
Nope. So you probably got yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch to it in a second. Hold on. Boom, got it. 5 days, 3 days. Okay. Okay, so share this tab and say it now. Can you see Xerxes? This is one. This is an old account, but this is something. So this is a link where they can go. I can send this to my subcontractors that are looking for a job. So it'll tell them all the information, and I'm gonna scroll through it real quick. It has a scope of work on it. It also has pictures and videos, so I can put any type of, like, for instance, if I need to show them how how to replace the paper towels, how to replace the soap. I put all those videos and stuff on this link on this site. All that information is on here. And then also, if they need sort of like somebody comes to them and say they don't have a safety data, well, I have the safety data worksheet for every chemical that we have. So now, can you see that?
Yeah, that is amazing. And like, because now they got it at their fingertips. Because, you know, if
They got
OSHA
it
come
at their
past, you
fingertips.
have to have access to this information. Now they got it. There's no excuse anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so now I'm gonna stop sharing that now. See if it goes, make sure I'm back. Okay, you guys see me now, or are you still see?
Yep. Yeah, we see you.
Okay, good. So now with that, you can create a QR link too, a QR code, and you can send that to them, and they can just use that QR code to get to that link. And all my accounts are going to be set up that way. So now when I go and I kind of put out, okay, these are the jobs that I have available. I'm not giving them the link immediately. You got to get to the onboarding process where you're actually one of my subcontractors. Now you're in a pool of people that I can go to and say, hey, we have these accounts available. Here's the link. Go to that link. If you want it, it has everything you need to know about that account. Now you can decide, do you want that account? You know what the pay is. You know when the pay is. You know everything that you're going to need to do. You're going to know how to do it. And then that's it. That's all from the automations course.
That right there blew me away. And that's just, and by the way, as much as that was, that's still only one way.
That's one thing.
The original question, they said, what was the original question?
I don't know what the question was. I just got excited.
It was how can having a website help with automation? That's just one of the many ways. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous because you just talking about a website in general.
Yeah.
Like,
also
they can book on your site. Yeah. They can get a free price estimate if you want to on the site. You can get subcontractors to apply for the job on the site. They can book a walkthrough on. I mean, there's so many different things.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. All that stuff can be right on your website, and you don't have to really interact with the people or the client or the subcontractors, individually until you get to a certain point.
There you go. I'm gonna throw this in there because it kind of goes along, and so I think that says Clink Scale says, do you have to rebuild your website, or is that a way to upload it to the automation? So, do you have to rebuild your website over again? No. I think it will be better for you because I'm assuming you're paying a monthly fee right now with whoever you got your site through. So you probably better off just rebuilding it over here on our thing versus doing it on yours. But even if you don't want to, guess what? There's a tab inside of the end where it's like, okay, well, you don't have to rebuild your website, but what you can do is take our chat button feature. Take that, embed it into wherever you have your site hosted at. And then that way, all of your leads that come from your site, and as well as the forms, you can take the forms and build them within our program, put it on your site that you got it built on, embed it over there. All of those leads will still funnel into the CRM and Clean Biz Network. So that way, you still have everything housed in one central location. But it would just be smarter to bring your site over because now you can save that money. You don't have to pay for that anymore. That's a great question. Let's see what else we got. Great stuff. Appreciate that. I got that one. My condolences. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much love to you all. Thank you, Ms. Brittany. SDS Sam. I wonder if he talking about the SDS you were just talking about, right? Safety data. Right. He on top of it if he is. All right. AJ would appreciate a quick sidebar conversation with you about the lead generation purchase and had a problem I couldn't resolve through email. Hit me. Hit me up, AJ. So if by the way, so anytime for those who don't know, email admin@cleanbiznetwork.com. If they couldn't help you with your problem, email me, AJ@cleanbiznetwork.com. I'm always available. And if you want to book a one-on-one with me, go to I'll send you the link. Email me. Just email me. All right. All right. Total touch cleaning. If you guys happen to have an account available in South Florida, please hit me up. Thanks. Shout out to you for trying to help out. I'm gonna get that free promotion there. All right. What else we got? Hello, Kane. I already got that one. Perfect. Yes, I want to get rid of Wix. I figured you had Wix. Almost everybody that comes over, they got Wix, right? And part of that is I used to teach everybody to use Wix because I didn't have my own software yet for you to build your website on. Now we have that. So yeah, it's very easy. I mean, it's just like using Wix. You drag and drop just like you do on Wix. So you can rebuild it yourself. I have a guy. So for my 1010 people, we just been rebuilding that site for them. So they don't have to go through it. And he usually do that in like a couple of days, maybe 1 or 2 days. But I can't offer that to everybody. But what I could, unless we do an upsell, but I don't be trying to like nickel and dime y'all. So that's why I ain't even do that. But we can do that. You know what I mean? So that's something that everybody, more people want, but they don't want to deal with having to rebuild this site over themselves. We can set up something like that with a one-time fee. Get my guy to do it for y'all. All right. Shout out to Laurel Blair says, you guys are great. You got my blood flowing. Right. I'm pumped. I'm ready to see y'all at the boot camp. Y'all make sure y'all go to cleanbizuniversity.com/bootcamp. And also, shout out to Mila, host keeper, checking in. I appreciate you. The family. Mila, don't judge me. I don't know if you just got here, but I was explaining I just came from the gym. I'm still sweating. Don't judge, all right?
Mila knows that you're a loose cannon anyway.
Right, everybody knows. But I didn't want her to think like it is that loose. Like, damn, AJ going crazy. No. A way to get my hair done is a lot. All right, anyway. So I think we gave him enough, y'all. I think we gave him enough, y'all. So bottom line is this. Go to cleanbizuniversity.com/bootcamp. Meet all three of us in person. You see what we bring to the table. We're gonna change the back end of your business so that way that you can sell very well on the front end. That's one thing too. I ain't even gonna go into it, but a lot of times right? Because I can think of a few lessons out of everything, but a lot of times we won't sell very well and we have imposter syndrome because your back end messed up. You know that you can't go over there and promise the world because you can't deliver it, quite frankly. Right. You know what I mean? So if we go and we set up that back end properly, now you can actually deliver it, and now you ain't scared to sell it anymore, right? So that's something that I wanted to point out as well. But anyway, make sure you meet us there at the boot camp. It's going to be in Portsmouth, Virginia, August 7th through the 9th, and all three of us will be there. We're going to get your mindset right. We're going to get your business right, y'all. I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. I am the Clean Business GOAT. Help people build millions and millions of dollars all around the world in this industry. I'm that guy. These are my guys. Let them know who y'all are. We're going to get out of here.
All right. I'm Sherman Lewis from Squeaky Clean here in Columbia, South Carolina, and now the founder of Clean Success Academy, mentoring and all that other stuff. But I won't be doing any of that until after the CBN automations course live. And I'm not teaching any of that stuff until after this course. And then some of the stuff I won't even share. So you need to be at the automations live course. But once again, Sherman Lewis, Andrew, I go by Andrew, from Columbia, South Carolina, Squeaky Clean LLC.
Hey, hi guys, Sean Richards checking in and out with you, founder of Next Clean Specialty Cleaning Solutions, Dover, Delaware. You specialize in the healthcare industry. We also do a lot of restaurants. I mean, I'm the guy that's going to help you with your mindset blocks, help you with your issues, your imposter syndrome, to go out there and, close these large deals and help you get paid the way that you're supposed to get paid, because that's why you started in business. Boom.
Headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids on property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.